Hey S.H.E family, and welcome back. Black Girl Magic season. Hey! I got my girls back with me, and I think I misspoke. I said on the last episode that was on our preview show that we were gonna be back in 2 weeks or something. I don't know, I messed up. But anyway, we're back. Next week, we'll have a show with a guest. It'll be Cousin Mo and I. And then in 2 weeks from today, my girls will be back with me. So I'm so excited. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's up? I hope you guys enjoyed that preview show. Did you guys like it?
I liked it.
I was like, oh, Lord.
It was real.
Did you guys get any questions? What was your feedback like? You know, that was a bit. Was it a bit much?
I think all my people liked it because they're younger. So
Okay.
I think it was enough for them.
Good. All right, well, we are back. Hope you guys are enjoying this Black Girl Magic season. We're so excited to bring it to you. There is a lot going on in this world today. Let me just tell you, I'm a little thrown off. This coronavirus stuff has me kind of like my anxiety, but that's okay. I'm gonna make my little appointment with my therapist. Maybe she can do a FaceTime appointment with me or something. I don't know, because I'm shook. But anywho, I'm your host Trish, and everybody, oh, you know what? Africa's not here today. She actually had to deal with the situation concerning the coronavirus situation. This thing is changing people's lives. Yeah. So, oh, be careful out there. Who else we got?
Cousin Mo.
La Brea, Bray.
Ari.
And Tiffany.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know what we do. It is tea time. I got, this shirt says Black Girl Magic. Pretty simple, of course. The inspiration behind this is this season, so hey.
We like that.
What else we got?
Oh, I got Black Queen
Ooh.
nutritional
I
fat.
like that.
Okay, so Black Queen has 100% melanin, 100% beauty, 100% strength, 100% loyalty, 100% sensuality, and 0% foolishness. We not about that life. So yes, love it.
About black.
What you got?
I got a Be Nice shirt
Be
on the back.
nice.
Okay.
I
On the
like
back.
it.
On the back it says mean people suck.
Suck.
Spread love, be nice to people. It takes
Yes,
nothing to be
nothing.
nice.
I like that.
You know what? A lot of people are being nice now.
Yeah.
Right, because they on their deathbed. They know the most highs come. They trying to get right. Too late, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Try to get in your neck like that.
Like you should have did that last time.
Right, last year.
Well, be nice, y'all. Be nice. Anybody else?
Down
Right.
the on the other side.
Okay. Well, guess what? We're about to get into this soapbox.
Oh,
What we talking about today, y'all?
Well, let's see. We shall see. Drum roll.
Boom.
Woo! Make you sweat.
All right.
These questions.
Okay, here we go. Do you think that people love their stepchildren the same way they love their biological children?
That's a good question.
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn, why I got that too? You like that?
Wow. Okay, let me. I can simply say it depends on the person. For me and from my experience, it depends on the person, how they were raised, how they were brought up, how they view family. And honestly, people treat you how you allow them. So let me clarify what I'm saying. If you allow your spouse to treat your children differently, then that may continue. You know, but if you stand up as a parent and say, hey, wait a minute now, we're not gonna have, no, you just told your child that they couldn't do this and you told my child that they, or whatever, whatever. Why is it different? Like, you gotta face that head on. And if you don't check the situation up front, then it may continue. So,
That's a hard one.
me personally, I have experienced being treated differently. And it's not fun. and left unchecked, it continues. So hey,
So you're
that's how I feel about
So
it.
you're speaking from as a child's point of
The
view.
stepchild.
I'm speaking as a child that is now an adult.
Okay.
Right.
That
So
has
what's
went through it.
but that is the question geared towards the parent? Like if I am in a relationship or if I'm married and my husband has children,
Right.
do I love my children? Will I love his children
Right, yeah.
just as much as I love my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
But I think your husband sets the tone for that.
So
Well,
here's
If
what-
you're not doing it right.
So what about, does it matter when you meet this person in life? Because if the kids are a little older, is it hard, not to necessarily say you're going to treat them bad, but your
Right.
love for your child
Right.
is just stronger? Because it's like you got married to this person and that kid was already like 10. I'm not saying that you don't like the kid or love, but when you have your own kids, does it, like you like love versus like I love that kid, but I love my kid. I don't know.
So then, do you love your husband?
Yeah, but
okay.
So how you gonna not love his?
I'm not saying that you don't love him.
Not love. Just not as much as your own kid.
Yeah, like you.
So do you love your own kid more than your husband? I mean, I'm in this scenario.
No, and so I don't.
So let's say you marry your husband,
Mhm.
right? He has a 10-year-old, right? And you, but you also have a 10-year-old.
Mhm.
So you're saying that it's possible for somebody to love their kid more because they really just met this kid,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
But you just met your husband too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's different.
It's different.
I think it's different.
It's different.
I think it's different, especially when. Well, I've seen it from two perspectives because my oldest brother is not my daddy's son, but you would never like. I didn't. For a long time, people didn't know that because it was never a difference. But I think it's because he's been there since my mama, like, he was there from the beginning.
Right.
So I think that's different because
And I'm sure your mama set the tone.
yeah, but I think it's different. But his mama set the tone also.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
My
Gotcha.
grandmother said,
Yeah, the way he was
if
raised.
you know, that's what you gonna do. You treat that child just like your child.
Yeah.
So that meant the way you was raised, and then I think too, if you get married later on, then your kid is like, you don't have a kid yet, but they have kids. You still love them, but when you have your own kid, I think it's just a mother's love. Like you just,
Ain't nothing like it.
it's. I don't know. I just think it's different because I've asked multiple people, and this is what I've been told. It's just different. It's, so maybe it is. I don't know.
Because they came from you. Like,
Yeah.
your own kids, like, you birthed them. You were with that kid for
From
9 months.
Yeah,
They're
that's your
taking
baby. That's your
literally
baby.
kind of.
And it's not saying that you will treat them like
Right.
differently. It's
Yeah.
just like your love, that's yours. Like legit yours.
Right.
Like I made that baby, that's my baby.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think it's a different kind of love.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I don't. Not to say that you would love them like less or the amount
Right,
is
you
different.
love
It's
like a
just a
friend.
different. Not. I don't want to say as a friend. It's
I don't
just a
think it's
different kind. It's a different kind of love.
This said as a friend.
You love them as a friend, but that kid didn't come.
You my best friend.
And then it also depends on like okay, so a stepmother doesn't want to overstep her boundaries too. It's like
So
you're
where do you?
not.
Yeah.
You're not really that kid's mom, so you can't you can't discipline them how you discipline your own
Right.
kids.
Unless y'all have that communication,
understanding,
but
yeah.
then if it's not there, then what? Yeah, I
The
think
dynamics might be different.
The dynamics,
because
yeah.
if the kid lived in the home, if the stepchildren lived in the home with,
That's when you really.
that's a difference.
That's
Or if they come to the house on the weekends or whatever, I think it's a different type of love, and you'll see a different type of interaction with the,
Right.
with the step parent
Yeah.
and the kid. So I mean, I think that's like a broad. It's not a broad question, but it's so many different scenarios.
Yeah.
different opinions,
Yeah.
outlooks.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
But-
I'm in this situation.
Okay.
I got my own kids too, and he got 2. And one of them about to be 9, and then the other one it will be 8 in August. And I do love my kids more. Somebody might get offended by this. I don't care. That's just the truth. That's the real.
Yeah, it's.
But I do love my kids more. They're mine. Like,
Yeah.
those are my kids. Your kids are not my kids. But I'm not going to look at it like that. Like, oh, they're not my kids. I look at it like, oh, your kids are coming over this weekend. Hey, I love them the same. I'm not loving them the same, but I do love them. And I have love for them. Now, it wasn't always like that. Always. I didn't like his kids. No, I don't want them up. I ain't buying them up. Them your kids. You do it. You. But that was stemmed from the mama shadiness, the daddy shadiness. And then the mom would be like, well, if something was happening, like, well, you're the father, I'm the mother, so we can have a conversation. Well, okay, well, bitch, you take your kid. That's your, that's when you don't love the kid as your own, because I feel like
when it's
because somebody's taking you out of the
because it's no limitations on love. If you, it's no limits to how I love both my kids. They're both different, but I love them the same. So if I have to have limitations on what I can do with your kid and for your kid, then I'm not gonna love him the same, or I'm not gonna love her the same. I gotta treat them differently because I gotta walk differently. I can't walk the way I have to raise my kids or love my kids, you know. It's a different feeling. It is. 'Cause I definitely love my kids more. And I'm not saying I don't love his kids, but it's separate. It's different. It's a different type of love. And I do love them like they like my best cool friends, you know. I mean, I can't whoop them. So that's they're not my kids if I can't whoop them. If I can't tell them a certain thing without me getting, like, I guess, not in trouble, but whatever you want to call it, then they're not my kids, so I can't love them like that. I just feel like I do love my kids more. I do love y'all kid, but these my babies. I raised these babies. And we just moved out here 2 years ago, so I really don't know y'all kids at that to even be like, I love them. That's fake.
It's when they came in the picture later.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's the timing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
things. It's a lot of
maturity
on
maturity on the parent. First of all, it all starts with the parents. Because if it's if it's not a, y'all don't have like a clear cut what we doing right here, then it becomes a problem. Because like you said, if I can't tell your kids what to do, if they in my house, under my roof, and I can't discipline them, and I'm not even saying whooping, we talking about sit down, taking stuff away. If I can't do that, then we got a problem. That's a big problem.
And one kid, mom, she didn't want like nothing. She ain't supposed to discipline her. She ain't supposed to talk to her like that. Make her do this, make her do that. I'm like, oh, and I know that. And I know her since she was a baby.
My thing is, in that one, then you and your father just need a play date. Y'all go to the park.
And that's how it is. And that's what it is. She can't come over no more. If I gotta walk on eggshells in my shit, she can't come in my shit. That's just fact. She
just go visit her, and
that's how it is now.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate. And I knew her since she was a baby. That's so sad. Now it's like, that's really just sad at this point. The other one is getting there, but the little girl part.
Yeah,
I mean,
now I don't. It's like,
God, I don't mean to say. I don't mean to sound like this. I really don't want to be nobody with kids.
Please,
I don't mean it in that way. The older you get, the harder it is. I know, but let their kids be grown at least. Yeah. Because I can't. Like, I don't want to.
Don't say what you don't want, because you never know.
I know, you never know, but I can say, I never said never. I just said what I would like to not deal with.
Right.
If I could take it back, on that part.
It's just, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I just, or at least have a clean situation to where when I come in, I ain't gotta be like, oh, so your baby mama call. I don't want that.
But I think it goes back to the maturity. It depends on how that man, what relationship that man has with his kids, and how he interacts with them. If he has a clean, a good relationship, then you won't. I don't think you'll feel any of that. But if it's some drama and she tripping,
come on, y'all. Let's get it together, people. Co-parent well.
Listen, let's work on our co-parenting skills.
Please don't get everybody involved in y'all.
Stop being a hater. Live your own life.
Be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
All right, what else we got going on here? Oh, one fell out.
No,
okay.
No.
This is the same one? All right, let me put these over here.
It's coming.
That might be a good one too. This up there.
It's right here. All right.
That definitely mine away. It's off.
Soapbox. All in the soapbox.
Hey.
All right. Would you date someone with a small penis? It always comes to the. All right.
To the shit.
I'm gonna wait to speak on this because I don't date, so I can't speak on it. I don't date people, so I'm gonna let who dates. Who is?
Well, I don't date.
Okay.
But
when you were dating,
when I was dating, fuck no.
I fucking love your ass.
No, I mean, you could be the nicest person. You could be so sweet, and we could have so much fun together. But if it comes down to the bedroom and you just absolutely suck.
They didn't say they suck.
Yeah, well, let's take that back.
Yeah.
So let's say this.
They gotta work it.
Yeah, okay.
They gotta please
Let's say this. Let's say he's checking all the boxes. He checks all the boxes for you. and it's just that one area. He has a small.
If he knows how to please, because some people really don't have big things. If he really cannot please you, then no. But if he can, then it's acceptable. But it's not. Your eyes really are kind of probably gonna be wondering, or ears, or mind, whatever, wondering what else is out there.
So it goes back to sex being important, right?
Oh, sex is very important. I believe that is like that's up there. Finance, sex. My friends used to say fuck, feed, and finance.
Hey, okay.
Double S. How do you get
That's what my friends always used to say. If you can't fuck, feed, and finance, I was like,
that's real.
Let me see.
we would be go out.
Check. All right.
We would go out, and she would be like, can you fuck, feed, and finance? Very upfront.
Well, they lie.
Damn it.
Yeah. I mean,
but hey, I like it.
I do too.
It's just very blunt.
That's blunt, but that's
true.
real. That's real.
Like,
get it off the way. We ain't gotta even worry about getting into bed and then I'm disappointed. That's right.
Yeah.
At what point do you find out though? Because when you first start dating somebody, you might not find out because you guys might have sex. If you're a traditional person. Traditional meaning you're waiting until you date that person until you have sex with them. Let's say you're waiting 6-7 months until you have sex with them, and then you like this person so much, and it's like it might not matter to you because it's like, dang, I waited so long, and I found out that it's small.
But can it sustain you though? If you're looking for something more long term, could it sustain you? If you waited 6 or 7 months to have sex with this person. And you find out, but in those prior 6 months, you're like, man, I'm in love, and then you get in the bed, and you're like,
6 or 7 months. First of all, you gonna hold up a kind of bitch. I need to test drive my car before we go any further. We not doing that.
Keep it real. That's right.
That's too long for me.
They're lying. They tell it over there.
We need to, because I can't. I'm not gonna lie. At a certain time, you're like, okay, we need to see what we doing.
Before I waste any more time.
Yeah.
If I were dating, right, and let's say I was abstaining and we weren't doing anything for whatever, I still need to see it.
Yeah, feel it or something.
I do need to see it. Examine it. What it looks like.
It definitely gotta.
So what's the next step if he show you and then it's small? Would you just not stop calling? You just you stop calling and your ass is blocked.
But then that helps you to say, you know what, maybe we should date other people. It'll help you.
Or you look at yourself and be like, I'm kind of shallow. This shit.
No, because if you block him, he get the point like, damn, the sex must have been bad.
No, y'all didn't even do nothing.
You just
saw it.
Did he know that damn she was satisfied with what she saw? Blocker.
It's probably not the first time that has happened.
Exactly. Because it really is niggas out there running my little thing. It's like, God, this is for real. This really is like that.
That's so sad.
When you date
No, the worst part. No, this.
I don't want to date no more.
So then it's a myth. That.
So the worst part.
I'm saying that black men have.
That's a myth.
Somebody made that shit up. The worst thing is when it's big and they can't use it.
Yeah, like
that's worse than being small. Cause small you might can work it. Big and can't use it.
But you better instruct.
That's worse.
I should instruct you at 27.
No.
I ain't even talking about
you. If you can't last but like 5 minutes and you that's really I've been down that road before. That's bad. I was like, oh, this is horrible. Because what do you do? Like if the person
just look at them like
everything.
Get up.
And then I was just like, that turned me
so
off.
where you finna go?
Well, I'm a go then.
That was awful.
That was a turn off for me. I was like, this can't like this is a waste.
That part, you be like, damn, I could have said this for my future husband.
I ain't just about to be out here. Look, what you doing? You need some. I don't know.
It don't make you want to even date.
So the consensus, I'm assuming is
sex is very important.
Like, well, the question was, could you date a guy with a small penis? And the answer, the consensus is no. Does anybody say yes?
Mine is no.
I'm gonna say
if you know yes,
if he knows what he doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my answer's the same as mine.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's no question. Why you do that? You know what I asked. Let's talk.
Good question.
I'm like you. It depends depends if he can work out. Yeah, he knows how to use it.
Yeah.
Right. Why you ask? Like, what? You want our opinion on something?
Your answer is hell no, block it. Okay.
That was a mistake.
Did you give any expert?
All right. Next question. Or next scenario, next issue, next topic. You got it.
One of them was stuck. Oh, it came down. It was stuck on the side.
Let's get a pen.
I'm gonna open it. I am not dealing with this.
He's not gonna fight with it.
All right, here we go. Question is, all right, your destiny versus your karma. We know that your destiny is already determined by God, but what about your karma on earth? If you're doing all that you need to do in the midst of it all, will your time get cut? I don't know, am I reading that wrong? If you're doing all that you need to do in the midst of it all, will your time get cut? Okay.
Because of the karma?
If I'm understanding it correctly, I'm thinking, if anybody wants to take the lead on it, great. If not, I'll see if what I'm saying makes sense.
I mean, I think karma, you don't know when karma's going to hit. And it may have already hit, you didn't know. You know what I mean? It could have happened and you had no idea that you were like, oh, that's that karma. Because I do believe in karma. I do. I really do. And, I mean, I guess it depends on in what sense. Like you're saying, you're doing everything you need to do.
You're doing everything you need to do on earth. Like you're being a good person. You are treating people right. You're not being, shady, things like that. Right. So your karma is your karma, and good things will happen to good people. Okay. But then again, God is the one that determines your fate and your destiny. So if he wants to say tomorrow you're gonna wake up and, I don't know, God forbid, you get hit by a bus or something.
Right.
What about all your karma? Does that go all down the drain? Like what is your
time is your time.
So then why do people do good things?
So here's the thing. One of my Asian friends told me that the way they think is whatever your parents do, like in the Bible, what do you say? The sins of the father shall fall down to the son, whatever. I believe that. Like whatever karma, whatever you doing in life, don't always look at it as you doing this for yourself. You doing it for the people around you. If you have kids, you doing it for them. So you live this life not to try to say like, if you believe in going to heaven, whatever you believe in. I'm doing this to go there. You should just genuinely do things because that's just the nature of being a good person, not because of what the karma gonna be from it. Because if you look at everything as like what I'm gonna get out of it, it's not gonna be fulfilling. You do things because it's like, I love to do
that
this.
Makes you
that
who
makes
you are.
Who you are. And makes you happy. And like if it is your time to go, you lived your life. People will remember you for being that good person.
That'll be your legacy.
Yeah, that'll be your legacy rather than that asshole.
This person was
an asshole.
Rather than I've been to a funeral, I swear to God, where nobody got up and say the 2-minute expressions where they gotta like hurry up and get you and sit you down. Man. They ain't saying shit. So that right there is a fucked up legacy.
Yeah, you don't want to. And if you have kids, you leave that like my mom was a beautiful spirit, blah blah. You just, or even people, if you don't have kids, the people around you will always remember you in that life.
Right.
So then, do you guys think that bad things happen to bad people? Yes. Like if you do something bad, that's the thing.
Not just like one thing bad. You gotta really be a shitty person for shit that's always bad.
Bad to happen to you.
I've seen bad people make it.
I think that the mind is a powerful thing. I think the mind it shapes your reality. It shapes the things that happen to you and by you and everything. So if this horrible, shitty person,
thinks that they're doing
thinks
good.
that, oh, I'm fucking amazing, I'm wonderful, kind of sound like somebody that's like running this country. So that motherfucker think that
he okay. He don't think nothing he do is wrong. Like if you don't think anything you do is wrong, like you said, the mind is very powerful. Like everybody else around you might think, but if you don't see it that way, then your karma might be there.
Your energy for you is good. Like no, I'm like, great, this is amazing.
I'm
this
a
is
beautiful
wonderful.
spirit.
I'm a beautiful. Now, I can't say for your legacy, because your legacy, you know, your legacy is your legacy. But I don't think that bad things always happen to bad people, because I think it depends on their mindset about it. Me personally.
I think that too. That makes a lot of sense.
What y'all think?
And then I feel like with bad people too, you don't know what they are going through.
Yeah.
They could be living through
hurt people
hell behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And you would never know.
Because hurt people hurt people. That's like usually 9 times out of 10, like when people say mean things to you, it's something wrong with you.
Right.
Don't deflect that off on me because I'm living in my, like, I'm happy, I'm good over here, but you want to project that off on me because something's wrong with what you got going on. That's just, and it's a world full of people like that.
I'll just say this: be good and
Be nice.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Do unto others as you
memo.
want done to
But
you.
it's so much easier to be nice. Like, why would you want to be mean to people?
That takes energy. It takes energy to be mean.
So people
Too
just
much.
are. They just nasty. People just nasty people.
Yeah, I just really hope with all this stuff going on and people, so far I've seen really nice people, everybody's being considerate and things like that. I just don't want to come across one of them people that's just not right.
In the grocery store fucking.
Because I can,
Tiffany.
I don't be right too. Just be right, be nice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
It's good. Short. It's good.
Okay.
Karma's a bitch.
We have 2 more. I'm just going to take them both out.
I was thinking that.
So you don't have to go through the struggle.
The struggle is real. Soapbox. All right, let's do this one. Da-da-da-da. All right. Do you feel like kids humping is normal? Brothers, sisters, cousins. How would you handle it if you saw it yourself? Okay. Wow, this is a good question.
That's hard.
No.
Because kids are very impressionable. And so, me personally, I think that children emulate what they see. And I don't think that it's normal. Me personally.
What was the second part? I'm sorry.
Do you think that it's normal?
And how
would you handle it?
That's the part that I was like, how do you handle it? What do you do?
So it's a lot. That's a loaded question. So depends on the age of the kids. It depends on where you see that. Do they have clothes on? Clothes off? It's a whole bunch of different things, of different scenarios. So because this is what I do, and I work with kids who have been victim of sexual abuse. I mean, it's one or two things. They've seen it, or something that's happened to them. And so, as parents, we shouldn't overreact. Don't. I mean, I've seen a lot where it has happened, and the parents will discipline their kid for doing that. We shouldn't do that. Talk to them about it. Find out what's going on, because it could be something more than them
what
just.
They know.
You know, I mean, as a little kid, I remember playing house.
Right.
You know, there's a mom and a dad laying in the bed together. And I think as parents, we need to be very aware of what our kids are doing, what they see. Me working in child welfare, I'm very cautious or conscious of if I don't allow doors closed in my house when there's kids, only because I just know so much can happen behind closed doors. I know as we were growing up, the grown-ups were in the front and we were in the back with the doors closed, and you know, we knew not to come out. But now, so as parents, we have to be aware, and we have to talk to our kids. We have to talk to them about our body parts, good touch and bad touch. If someone touches you, what to do.
Ooh,
so, as how do you handle it? There's a lot of ways to handle it. Talk to the kids. Don't just
ignore it.
Definitely don't ignore it, but don't explode. Don't because as parents we don't know what to do. We're like, okay, what do I do?
That's crazy.
You need to talk to them. And then the other thing it could be, is it boy and boy, girl and girl, boy and girl? It's a lot of different things. And some kids are more mature than others. And like you said, they've seen things. They could be watching TV. They could be watching a movie, and they see it, and they're curious about it. Yeah. So that's a very. I think you gotta be very careful with how you handle that, because it is a delicate situation. And if it's something that continues, you may want to seek help for that kid.
Right.
Because
I'll just say, me personally, if it were me, if I saw that with my kid or whatever, I would have to talk to all parties involved. So yes, I'm talking to my child, but I'm also talking to the other child. I'm also talking to if the other child has a different parent or whatever. I'm bringing everybody. Like, hey, what's going on? Something is happening, and I don't want my child to be a part of it. So how do we fix this?
Right, but you also have to understand it could be. That may be the approach that you take.
Yeah.
But the other parent may be like, I'm not. They may.
You can't
so
talk to my kid.
You have to be careful with that because.
And in that situation, unfortunately, your child cannot be around my child.
I get it.
Without being supervised, like
right there.
You know, I mean, you got to protect your child. And I'll just say one thing too, as Black families, we have to stop ignoring this shit, because I'll just tell you, it's a situation where, you know, people know in your family, like, oh no, get them kids. You know, well, why? How we need to talk about this. Get the kids? Why? What happened? Okay, why do we need to get the kids? And guess what? That particular person, needs to be shunned. Not the kids. The kids are kids. That person who's messing with the kids should not be invited around kids.
Or it's gonna be kids,
You know, so
y'all need to just send them off to jail.
Because why is Uncle Poo Poo still in the family? I agreed on that.
Uncle Poo Poo should not be invited to the family function if Uncle Poo Poo touches children. That's not right, and that's
not cool.
That's wrong. We gotta protect our children. They can't protect themselves.
I hate that. I hate stuff like that. Like, ugh.
So I don't know.
Well,
yeah, it's a horrible situation.
But it's every day.
I know.
Right.
Isn't it awful?
And that's really sad. That's
you
really
wouldn't
sad.
believe. It's every day.
It's so sick.
And it's not just. I mean,
men.
I don't know what the statistics are, but I deal with families of all different races: Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. So it's not just.
And it's not. Is it? Like, you know, men, they usually used to have that stereotype, like somebody uncle. It's auntie, it's kid, other teenager. It's
bio dads. It's bio dads.
What is a bio dad?
Biological dads.
Oh, okay.
And biological dads that are doing it to their own kids.
Oh. Have you've seen cases with older women doing it to younger boys?
Oh man.
We don't talk about something else, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, I can't.
They made Antoine Fisher. That's what the movie that came out. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is she what?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like
this dude that I know, he told me that his stepsister used to do that to him.
Wow.
Started at 4.
No.
He's my age. You remember that at 4 years old?
yes, because it's dramatic.
And then he said, like, he never even said anything because he didn't want to break up their happy family that they all had. So you have to give him a lesson from like 2-3 years just to make your mama and your daddy happy. That's so sad.
Because kids are very, like, that's what they think. They don't have the, you know, the maturity hasn't gotten there yet for them to realize, like, this ain't right. Like,
right. I'm just gonna say, if I see it, I have seen it before, but my reaction was to talk calm because I knew I was gonna break some necks. Yes, I knew that was gonna deep down my mind, but I just talked about it because I had to calm down. It took me I had to go to sleep, wake up, and still be calm, and then talk about it. So. I just talked about it or whatever.
That was good.
Yes, but in the back of my mind now I'm always wondering,
like, what's going on?
What's going on with my own baby? What's going on with the person that did do it? What's going on when I'm not looking? What has went on? Now that I know it, I'm not gonna take my eyes off. But what the fuck?
So you have to be careful. You have to be careful of who watches your children. You have to be careful of what they see and what they're exposed to.
Right. But that's so scary because you see people like the stepsister, the uncles, the grandpas,
but it's usually,
and the people that you trust to watch your kid.
It's usually the people that you are close.
Yes, and it's people that you trust to watch your kid. So for me, I don't really let my kids go everywhere, and it's sad. Like, it could be might hit their daddy's grandma, grandpa. They barely go. I'm not saying they barely 2020. They probably went around one time. And that's because I absolutely didn't have no babysitter. And of course, I had to make that sacrifice because I had to go where I needed to go. It was important. But in the back of your mind, you're always wondering, is your child safe? And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying grandpa do anything. I'm like, see this podcast, make some bullshit up. I'm not saying that. But just, cause you know motherfuckers be trying to, oh, she said this, said that. Fuck up, bitch, I didn't say that. But it's just sad that you really gotta worry about stuff like that. But it did wake my eyes up to know, like, shit.
But I think also...
Okay, so yeah, back to your question, because you worked with this. How do you handle if you've seen it again? Now, that's the problem.
The same
that's you with that ass?
two people?
No, you said no. Why are you no.
That's true.
You need to address it.
Yeah, what you saying?
Something has happened. You need to address it. And so, I'm going to say this. You may not like what I'm about to say, but there should have been a second time.
Because why would you put them in the same situation again?
But damn, I can't even talk about it. I don't talk about this. We gonna be hurt. So I'm gonna wait to the air off.
Okay, yeah.
This remind me.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like handling like that is a good way to talk about it.
Ooh, that make me not even want to have.
Don't have kids.
Don't
have kids.
It's hard.
I feel like
I just think about all the things in life, and I'd be like, I shouldn't bring nobody into this world. This is crazy. But then you think like, then your mama be making you feel bad.
If you ain't got none, I wouldn't have
babies in the church. I'm like, this is my last one. She's so dirty. She be doing me bad. I guess she ain't gonna have no little cousin. She got a lot of little cousins.
They gonna have one on me.
Mama's side.
Dang it. All right.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
All right. Last question. Okay. How do you all feel about people that sage their homes, burn incense, use essential oils, and say stuff like good vibes or good energy?
Ooh.
Does that discourage you from talking to them about stuff?
Okay, let me start before I forget. So I started off doing that, not like recently, but I do that. And the person that I talked to about stuff like, oh, they energy bad, I don't think they really believed in like energy. I think they thought like I was different. I guess not a Christian, or questioning my religion. But I used to always say like, her energy off, or they negative, or that's good vibes, or I want to sage. And they really, some Christians really think that's bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you see the one about the pastor?
I didn't see that. But
they gave him the sage. What is his name? I think he in Atlanta. I don't know his name. He a big pastor.
Okay. A mega church?
Yeah, I believe it's a mega church.
Okay.
They gave him some of his congregation.
When you say they?
Two women from his congregation.
Gotcha.
Gave him sage because he had gotten in the house, and they was like, sage this, and he like, it was on like social media. It was on stuff. Yeah, he was like, that is demonic, and I was like, you know how I feel. Like, you can't be. Everybody got their preference, but you can't say what somebody believe in is demonic because it does not align with your.
Because you don't understand.
And if you can't, we can't do that. Like, and that's the problem between. That's why we got.
I just feel like those people don't understand really. They so focus on that book that they don't understand that energy do exist, vibes do exist, sage do exist. The Most High, whatever you call them, the Most High exists. I just feel like they just so stuck on that book that their minds are just not open to energy, sage, crystals, chakras, all that stuff. But
the biggest thing is with Christianity and the way that Christians think. They think that if you have faith in God, you think God is the Most High, and that He is going to make everything okay. Why do you need a rock, or why do you need sage? Why do you need a crystal to dictate
that's what he said.
That? And that's an argument, because it's like for me personally, like I burn sage, I burn the Palto, Santo Palto. I have a couple of crystals, and the thing is like it's a little bit deeper than that, because those things come from the earth. And those things are very powerful, and energy is real. Energy never dies.
It never dies.
And so, like, those things are powerful, but it is true, if you're putting all of your faith into a crystal, and you're thinking that, okay, if I burn this sage, if I do this, then, you know, when I wake up in the morning, everything is going to be good. No, you have to have a balance, and you have to have that relationship with God and have faith in Him. But I get why people use those things for reassurance, and sometimes they really do work. They are able to center you. They are able to calm you. I don't know. It's deep because, like, there was a big thing with Summer Walker, and Summer Walker had like, she's very into, you know, that, and people were saying she was a witch. She worships the devil because she had like a whole like sanctuary of stuff. And I think me personally, she was going a little bit too far. But I think that if you dabble in it a little bit and you don't get too carried away, there's nothing wrong with it.
I agree. I like how you said reassurance. I think we just really need reassurance.
And then another thing is too, if that's what you believe, like who are we to tell you what you believe is right or wrong? Because people say, like Christianity, this ain't right. Religion was created to divide. Separate and divide, separate, conquer, all that. So like everybody got their beliefs, but we all at the end of the day truly believe in like one thing.
Exactly. At the end of the day.
And so people need to like stop. Like to me, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. If I ain't bothering you, don't bother me. Like I don't like when people try to push stuff on me. But whatever you do is what you do. Like, but don't try to make me believe what you believe, because I'm not gonna. You can't. I believe in God. You can't tell me it ain't no God. I'm sorry. That's just what I believe and what I know from what I've been through. But I'm not gonna tell you, oh, it ain't whatever. I don't know, whatever other people believe in. Like, I'm not gonna ever tell you that don't exist, because that's your belief. Who's to tell you your belief is right or wrong? You cannot do that. Everybody, we ain't supposed to be the same.
Not at all.
My thought on it is this. I feel like, same with you, Ray, it's from the earth. Like, I feel like God, I do feel like there is one God. Me personally. Do I believe that you can get to the God different ways? Yes, I do. Now, when Jesus was born, okay, a lot of people don't know what frankincense and myrrh is. Okay, those are essential oils right now that you can go and purchase at Whole Foods or, Sprouts or whatever. When Jesus was born, the wise men brought frankincense and myrrh to, rub on him, get all of the impurities and things like that. So if it was good and if it was something to do for Jesus, why would, that to me, that just says God has given us different things from the earth that we can use to assist us to live better or cleaner or, more pure or whatever. I just think that these things are from God. But like you said, if you dabble in it too much and then you start looking at these things as God, then I think that's where people kind of cross the line with it. But I do think that God has given us a brain, one, and then two, some aids to help us.
That's like blessed oil, right?
Yeah, right.
I hate when people be like.
So what is the power? I wonder what that pastor thinks about blessed oil.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, if he thinks that about sage, do you use blessed oil? Because I've seen this all in the church. So I don't know. I was like, what? When I read that, I was like, that's very judgmental. You can't, you just putting, that is demonic and I will not be. Okay, you could have been like, thank you, I don't use this.
Right.
Then nobody need that demonic. I was like, he carrying on so bad. I hate it.
I'm going to have to look for it.
Yeah. He dates somebody.
Is it Pastor West?
Let me
here in Vegas?
Oh, no, he's not in Vegas. I thought you said Atlanta.
Atlanta? Jamal Bryant?
I think that's who it is.
Is it?
I think a lot of people too with that, they are making it, they are digging really deep and they're
Jamal Bryant.
Okay, I have to look it up.
They're saying that stuff is tainted. Do you know where that sage came from? Do you know where this came from? Do you know where that came from? The energy when you burn it is going to be bad because, you know what I'm saying? They're not, they're you need to attribute it back to good places because you don't know where that sage came from.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you gotta be careful where you buy it from.
Yeah.
I think
that's what people say too.
I think people just buy it from anywhere. How you feel?
Y'all got any thoughts?
I believe in good energy, bad energy, and sage. I think you're right. If you go too deep down a rabbit hole,
but
I think it's balance. You need a balance.
Everything is balance.
Balance.
That's the best part of life.
All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed our little Melanin Matters episode. We just talking about stuff that matters to us, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys can you guys have gotten a different viewpoint, insight, or whatever. Hey, ask us some questions. Go on our Instagram page. Instagram, pieces.of.she, Twitter, Pieces of She 1, and of course, YouTube, Pieces of She Podcast. Let us know, comment, let us know what you guys think. Let us know what if you guys want us to talk about something, we'll talk about it. Throw it in the soapbox. Yes, so anybody want to say anything else before we get out of here?
Be nice.
Be nice.
Wash your hands. Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
I was gonna say, make sure y'all stay safe. Just don't be going too crazy.
Don't go too crazy.
And save some of the toilet paper for other people.
I know. I got one roll.
I'm so glad we already bought stuff in bulk. Look, Jesus.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. And take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Be safe out there. Yeah, it's a cold world we live in, y'all.
Yes, it is.
All right, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.